Black men do not have a safe space to express themselves.
Get your money, sis, fuck the hater. Get your money, sis, get your weight up. Making money move, I ain't mad at you. Yeah, it's all about the cream and getting money, sis. Get your money, sis, fuck a hater.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to 2 Cent Tuesdays with Jenny, where you will be getting my unsolicited, unapologetic opinion about what's going on in the world today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are notified every single time that I post a new video. And you might as well go ahead and give this video a big old thumbs up. Without further ado, let's get right into today's topic. As always, you guys know I look to see what is going on, what is everybody talking about, what is trending at the moment. And at this very moment, what is trending? The Queen has COVID. No, not Nikki, but Queen Elizabeth herself has COVID. Then I saw a 500-pound bear named Hank the Tank, okay, has been running amok in California, breaking into several people's homes. I'm like, what is going on? This is not something that I want to talk about on 2 Cent Tuesdays. So then I went scrolling on the Shade Room, and something definitely caught my eye because I feel like it was a question that a lot of us are thinking about, but everyone is too afraid to ask. So we all know the rapper Azaleas Banks, known for her controversy more than her work. A lot of people do not care for Azaleas Banks, and some people think she's a genius. Nonetheless, she had this to say on Twitter. No, really, black men, why are you guys so afraid of one another? Why do you think killing one of your own is a badge of honor? You guys definitely aren't carrying guns to defend yourself from white men and police. You're carrying guns to protect yourselves from one another. It's actually the most asinine logic ever. Why are black men, especially in hip hop, so scared of one another? Serious question. When I saw this tweet, I was too stunned to speak. Because I'm like, that's a very valid question. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that question right here on 2 Cent Tuesdays. Please let me know in the comments down below. Do you believe that black men are scared of one another? And if so, why? Or do we think Azaleas Banks is just going off on her rants and this is in fact not true? Are black men afraid of each other? And I'm going to now go ahead and drop my 2 cents in on the situation. I thought the question was bold of her to ask, and I thought it was interesting. Do I think this applies to all black men? Absolutely not. Obviously, all black men are not walking around carrying concealed weapons on them. But some of them are. Some of them in the hood. Some of them who are rappers. Some of them who are dealers. Whatever the case, there are some who carry and there are some who don't. So obviously this question does not pose to all black men. But to those that it does apply to, are you afraid of each other? Are black men afraid of each other? Even if it's not about carrying weapons. Do you feel like black men just don't know how to show affection to each other, don't know how to support each other, don't know how to show compassion and grace to one another? I do believe that some men do, but too many of our men do not. And I feel like this goes way back. Before any of us, way back to our ancestors and ancestors and ancestors, that we were taught to hate ourselves as black people in general. And especially black men. We were taught to hate ourselves. We are still taught that. in some ways. Yes, we have come a very long way, and we see a lot of ads and a lot of people on social media who promotes, love your melanin, love your black skin, love the skin you're in. Yes, we are seeing that a lot more, but there is still something there that promotes this self-hatred. Such as glorifying, and again, this is no shade to anyone, but glorifying things like doing drugs or BBLs and these type of things, as if something is wrong with ourselves. We have to alter ourselves as women or men. You have to do these things to be cool or to get through your day. Try this. There's all type of things and devices there for us to still self-destruct. As far as her saying in the hip-hop culture in particular, I love hip-hop culture, and I was raised on hip-hop culture. And, obviously, again, it's glorified. Having a weapon, unaliving someone who looks like you, these type of things are in our raps, and it's glorified. And I'm not saying, trust and believe, I'm not saying rap promotes violence and these type of things. However, it does glorify that lifestyle. And again, it's not the rapper's fault because it's their reality. They're rapping about their reality, and this is our reality. When you live in a certain neighborhood, this is what you see. This is how you are raised. This is what you are taught to believe. So can we blame the rappers for rapping about their reality? No, that's what art is. Same thing for me as a writer, as an author. I write about things that I grew up around, or I've seen, or I have loved ones who went through it, or I went through it. I can't write about anything else because that's just not who I am. We can't deny that we have lost so many rappers and hip-hop artists due to gun violence by the hands of their own people. You know, understand what I'm saying? So, of course, it will stop and make you question why. Why so much hate for each other? Why are we doing this to each other? Those guys who don't care, they ain't got nothing to lose. Like, where were they to go toe-to-toe with the racists and the this ones and the ones doing this? Like, where the energy needs to go instead of towards each other. People laugh about that movie, Tales in the Hood. It may seem like a silly ass movie, but the last story that's told in that movie is something that a lot of black men need to watch, because it's like, you are no better than the Klan who were killing and doing these things to black men when you're doing it to your own, I also feel that black men do not have a safe space to express themselves. Growing up, I feel like we raise our boys to be tough. Don't cry. Don't be showing no emotions. Be a man. Be a man. You soft. You soft. What you crying for? These are the type of things that we raise our sons to feel. And they don't have a safe space to express themselves or to cry, to express that they're hurting, express that I wish I had a dad there, express that I hate my living conditions. When men cry out, specifically black men, we make fun of them. We turn them into memes. So who would want that? You understand what I'm saying? So when you see, oh man, he over there crying for his daughter and he just want his kids and stuff, and everybody making fun of him, so let me just keep my emotions inside. Because society says you have to, or you're weak, or you're a punk if you cry, if you show emotions, if you show that you care about somebody, or you care whether you live or die, you're seen as a punk and weak. And then the fact of the matter is, it's not true. I feel like there needs to be more of a safe space for black men to express themselves, so that they wouldn't be constantly holding into so much anger and frustration and hurt, and then they take it out on other people. Hurt people hurts people. And the bottom line, it all boils down to systematic racism. You put everyone in this poverty-stricken neighborhood where it's a freaking war zone, and all you see is drug addicts, alcoholics, prostitutes, all of this stuff happening in one neighborhood, and you're seeing these people constantly every day. That's like putting a bunch of people in a jar and sealing it. What do you think is going to happen after a while? Survival of the fittest. You think everything's going to be kumbaya in that jar? No, we are confined. People are going to start lashing out at each other. Who else are we going to lash out at? Because there's nowhere else I can get my frustrations out. So I'm going to beef with the dude down the block. I'm going to beef with the dude that live on so-and-so Avenue instead of Boulevard. Like, it's designed for this to happen. To keep them frustrated, aggravated, no way out, so they can just keep butting heads. It would happen with anyone. You put everybody in the same space for too long, and especially when it's a space that's horrible, such as most black neighborhoods, black and brown neighborhoods, what do you think is going to happen? I think it's a very valid question that she asked. I hope to see a lot of men's comments down below because I'm really interested. And some of you may not be able to speak on it because you're probably thinking like, oh, I don't live that life. I go to work. I do what I got to do. And that's why I said it doesn't really apply to all men. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a violent man that we're speaking of. Just black men in general. They just don't have that support system like they should. And I'm just curious to why it's just so easy to hate on the next man instead of uplifting him. But I feel like that is not just a black man problem. That's a black people problem in general. As always, I thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you leave your comments down below. I'm very curious and I'm very open to have this conversation. Make sure you follow me on all my social medias. Everything will be in the description down below. And Jenny is out.